Hello and welcome. I am the Scraptastic Crocheter and my name is Amanda. Today I want to talk a little bit about what I am doing, what's going on, and what I have next to me most of the time. So this, what you see, gorgeousness, is going to be a baby blanket. It's the pattern, it's called Anna's Tale by K.A.M.E Crochet. I will put a link in the comments to this pattern. And funny enough, I did get the yarn first, and then I was trying to find a pattern for it, and I found this pattern, and the designer made the same pattern with the same yarn colors that I'm using. So I did not intend for that to happen. A lucky accident, I would say, but it's coming along nicely. I'm really enjoying how this pattern is turning out, and it's fantastically written. I'm learning so much about pattern writing from designers like this that is taking time to just create the most intricate details and then how to get it on paper in a perfect way. So I'm really enjoying it. It's really coming out nicely, and it's just fantastic. I'm using yarn by Scheepjes, I think it's called. I will try and hold it up because it's hollow, okay? It's Scheepjes Whirl, and I have it in my fantastic yarn bowl. I didn't put the yarn through the mouth because I'm really careful with this yarn, so occasionally I take the yarn out of the bowl and don't have the bowl standing too close to where I have the kids, so I don't want to drop that. The color is Melting Macaron or Melting Macaron, depending on how you pronounce that. I'm just gonna put the yarn bowl safely. I'm doing this with 3.5mm crochet hook, and it's really soft and squishy. So this is gonna be very gorgeous when it's finished. I take this out of the bag from time to time, not every day. It's a work in progress, but I have a lot of works in progress, so this is just one of them. And I'm not gonna be able to show you everything I have going on because I want to keep some a secret, okay? Another project that I started very recently, and it's a fast growing project. I'm probably going to be able to finish this off today if I just took the time to do it, but this is going to be a sweater for a cat, and I'm trying out a pattern, not my own pattern. I'm just trying the pattern by Bag O' Day Crochet for a cat sweater, and the only reason I'm trying it out is because I don't know if it's gonna fit the cat in question. I have another yarn that I bought to make that's where I'm going with this. I have a special yarn that I'm gonna use, but I don't want to waste that yarn or do it multiple times with that yarn since the cat's not here. So I'm gonna make this sweater, I'm gonna get it to the cat or the cat owner and make sure to get feedback on sizing before I make the final in the yarn that is intended. So this is just a bonus sweater for that cat. It's worked up with a 5mm crochet hook. I think Crystal used a 5.5, and she says her cat is a bit on the chubbier side, and I'm downsizing and also using a little thinner yarn because the cat is not that big. So trial and error. It's gonna be fun to see if that works out for this cat. And I also wanted to talk a little bit about some works in progress that has been forgotten, or maybe not totally forgotten, but not prioritized. This is quite of beauty. I I was fortunate enough to be chosen to test this pattern for a designer while the pattern was in progress. Due to circumstances, I wasn't able to finish it and have not shown it off anything after or when the pattern was released and stuff, and I'm sad about that because I was looking forward to it. I will link in the comments to the pattern, and I'm not sure how to pronounce the name of the creator or designer of this pattern, so I'm not even gonna try it. But this is a pattern that is created from like thinking of a really old tree that is in Sweden. So this is like the old tree, and the name of the pattern is the name of the tree. I can't really pronounce that either, but everything's going to be linked in the comments, so you will be able to find it. This was supposed to become a bag or a backpack, and why it's puffing up here, I think you might be able to see the left of the yarn balls that is I've been using to work on it. They are in here. So this is a big opening of the bag, and it should have a couple more rounds, and then you put straps on it, like real backpack straps, like a hook to hold onto it, and then backpack straps. It's too big, I can't even show you, but you put some backpack straps on it and a zipper, and then it's supposed to be like a folded down type, so zipper, and the backpack straps should like start from a bit up here, so you would have an extra flap. I was thinking of putting like a magnetic closure on here, so you'd flap it open and then you'd unzip, and then you get access to everything in there, and you could easily put like so little pocket or something in if you wanted to also. But I'm really liking this pattern. I used this is just cotton. I can show you, get the colors out. There's here's yarn labels, maybe not all of them. I'll get some here and you'll see what we got here. I have Garn Royal. It's 8/4 cotton. It's made in Denmark or manufactured for a Danish company, but it's just an 8/4 cotton, and it's a golden yellow. And then I have I don't know how to name that. It's like a, is it mustard, or is that more of a mustard? I think of something maybe not so appetizing when I see that yarn, and I know that that is the same type of yarn. I don't know. That's the yarn label for that. I have many yarn labels here. This is 1017. This one is 0119, and then this is Yarn Arts Ideal yarn, and it's the same thickness, about the same, and this is color 235. This is made in Turkey, and the other one's I don't know if it said where it's actually made. It's just manufactured for that Danish company. It doesn't say. No, it doesn't have that information. So that's the colors I've been using for this project, and it got me a bit sad when I wasn't able to finish this in time for pattern release and all of that fun stuff. But I really want to finish this. There's no reason for me to not do that since I've gotten this far. A few more rows and then some straps, and then it's done. Oh, okay, a zipper, but it's not that much, and it's really pretty. Using a small crochet hook like 2mm really makes a sturdy fabric, because I am using all strands at the same time, so the colors are inside of whatever color has been used. And since all the yarns are traveling through, it gets really like thick, sturdy, and durable, which is really nice. So I want to finish it. I'm not sure when I will be finishing. That's, yeah. Another project I have that is forgotten. No, not really. Maybe it started and I don't really know what happened. Okay, this is a pattern by Tina from Iceland. It's called the AMMA CAL, and it's a crochet along with these gorgeous patterns. And I started this with the intention of making a pillow to complement a blanket that I made for my mother. I'm using the leftover yarn from that blanket, and the colors are like the blanket is full of these colors. It's colors from when I made the Mystery Cow by Ophelia Talks. And I made that blanket for my mother. It's a picnic blanket, but we didn't know at the beginning since the mystery crochet along. So I bought the yarn pack. It's 15 balls of yarn in the Stylecraft Special DK. And what was left, of course, it would fit in perfectly some pillows next to the blanket I made for my mother. And I don't know, there's been so much fun other stuff that has popped up. I kind of forgot this. I need to finish it off. Just not sure of when I will do that. I'm terrible at this. I have so many projects going on at the same time, and I need to finish something. Okay, I'm working on it, so maybe I will have to start a series of how many whips that's laying around can I finish off in a month or something, and not start new stuff all the time. But so far I have made this part and I want to make it bigger. Not sure how I will grow it bigger, because this is about the pattern. This is like the center square, and then there's additions to put the frame on it, and so I want it bigger. And I guess that's a little bit like why I got stuck, because I don't know how to get it bigger. Maybe I'll just repeat this again, but I don't know. We'll see. And then I have this one with a different center. It's the same types of color in the middle. I'm thinking like flower patch, like flower, and then grass, and then I'm thinking, okay, well, from there you go for a pot, and then you have like these clay type colors, and then some maybe floor tiling. So there's a story to how I pick the colors that I have to work with. Like all these colors are in the blanket that I made, and some colors I have more of and some colors I have less of left over. So I wanted to make sure I have incorporated all the colors, and it just, they make me think of flowers, like these petal-y type-esque shapes. So it just kind of came like a natural thing to think flower, grass, or leaves, and then a pot, and then floor tiling, because that's a bit of what these color types are. Like they look a little like dirt-esque, or yeah. So I just need to get my head around it to finish this off, and it shouldn't be that hard. Like this is probably less than a day's work if I just put my mind to it. I just have to get my mind to it. So that's that, and that's about what I'm able to show you right now. The stuff I have been working on that I'm not gonna show That's what's taking most of my time right now. This has been probably the one that has been picked up most of the stuff I'm working on right now. Of course, this is taking some time with this thin yarn to get it done. But yeah, if you enjoyed to see what I've forgotten, what I have hidden, then please leave a comment. How would you make my pillows bigger? Would you do the same type of repetition here? Would you extend the border with an extra border, or would you do something different to it? And do you like the little story type thing with how I pick my colors? Because I like to do it like that if I have colors like this, to like me paint a picture of how I pick the colors. Maybe I just do that to myself. Like I give myself almost like a guide or rules on how to pick colors, and then I have to work from that. Of course, I have had projects where I just pick up a color out of the hat, more or less. With the cat stitch blanket, I put the challenge to myself to not put the same color next to each other more than once. So yeah, I guess I do that. Like if I don't have a color changing yarn, I do set some guidelines into yarn color combination and picking and stuff like that. Do you do that too? Leave a comment, like, subscribe, and have a great rest of your day, and I hope to see you back here soon for more yarn talk. Bye bye.